Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Bannerlord, playing the Warhammer mod Old Realms for Bannerlord. And today we're going to be playing as a warrior priest, but we're going to be playing with some extra restrictions. So our warrior priest is going to suffer not the witch, and covet not gold, coveteth not gold. So basically we're playing like a modified version of the Iron Price type rules that I sometimes play, where basically we're not going to buy any items from shops. I'm not going to do the hardcore Iron Price where you can't buy food and stuff, but basically my warrior priest has taken a vow of poverty, so he doesn't buy fancy weapons and armor and stuff. He just takes up whatever he can loot from the battlefield or craft with his own hands, and or you get from quests and stuff like that. And same, yeah, weapons, armor, and exotic fancy mounts. So basically, you can buy a normal horse. You can buy a normal horse, like a mount horse. You can buy, or pack horses. You can buy food, stuff like that. But can't buy fancy weapons and armor. So he has to kind of loot that stuff, or steal it. Which will be the primary way we'll get it. We'll get armor from stealing it from companions, but it takes a long time to get the money to get the companions. So you're basically gonna have power poverty and also no magic. So we're not going to be using any wizards. We're just going to be it's going to be only faith-based or Muggle characters, warrior priests, priestesses, etc. So a bit of more of a low-fly campaign this time. Instead of going for like the absolute most overpowered, we're going to try and keep it real on the ground level with our warrior priest and the faithful, but I'm pretty sure it's still still pretty viable. But we'll get into it. So we're going to play as the Empire. Hey Anu, welcome. You're indeed first. Hey, Akinovich, the rib is holding steady. All right, so we're going to play as our lantern-jawed, bald warrior priest. Yeah. Getting pretty thick. And pretty thick and solid, moderately tall. Bannerlord, indeed it is. We're going to try and make him a bit older as well. Oh no, he has no age. We can't age him. Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, he looks pretty warrior priesty. Maybe his skin. We can change his skin. Oh yeah, that looks a bit more haggard. Make him more like, more haggard looking somehow. Maybe cheekbone width. Pretty good. All right. I think he's pretty good. Now, I'll just bring up the manual. So when you're creating a character, you get some different choices, and different choices give you different perks. And there's different kind of setups that you want to go for. But one thing when you're playing Old Realms that I do is go and check out the manual. If you haven't got the manual, I'll just chuck a link up for you there. Hey, no worries, Plush. Have a good sleep, buddy. It's 10 in the morning for me. So yeah, this is the manual, and here is the warrior priest perks list. So these are the perks that you're going to unlock throughout the game as you rank up your renown rank. And so basically, you got a career ability. Your CA, your career ability, is Righteous Fury. Unleash Sigmar's wrath up on you with your Righteous Fury. Empower both you and your nearby allies with 20% extra melee damage for 8 seconds. For every level of Faith, increases the damage effect by 0.5% and the duration by 0.5 seconds. So basically, for every 20 points of Faith, you get 1% extra damage and 1 second extra duration. So if you get your Faith up to say 300, then we'll have 15 seconds of extra, 15 seconds extra duration, so to go for like 23 seconds, if I'm calculating that correctly, and do 15% extra damage, so 35% extra damage instead of just 20% extra damage, and that's for you and nearby allies. So it's in AoE around you. But then, so Faith, right? So we want to level up Faith. Faith is a discipline-based skill, so we want to have high discipline. Then you want to look down here and see if there's anything else that scales the ability. So here it says Righteous Fury also scales with leadership. So that means if leadership gets up to 300, that's another 15% damage, another 15-second duration with your Warrior Priest Righteous Fury ability. So but leadership is a social point-based thing. So you might want to focus on social. So we're thinking about what stats we want to focus on, right? So discipline, so social. Leadership is a good skill because it gives you extra morale, makes you able to travel faster on the campaign map, gives you various other things, and there's also about a couple of bonus party size things that you can get in the leadership area. Excuse me. So you'll be able to get a bigger party size, have more soldiers. Also to do with like leveling up soldiers and stuff like that. Also, if you put 5 points in social, then you can get to 250 leadership and 250 charm, which means you get 2 extra companions. Each of those 250 marks will give you 1 extra companion in both leadership and charm. So that could be something you might want to go for. You're gonna have to, you start off with 2 social. You're gonna need 3 points in social though to get to that. Excuse me. It also scales with leadership, and Righteous Fury also scales with the highest melee weapon. So melee weapons scale with off vigor. So if you could have, if you have 300, so if you have 300 in a weapon skill, 300 in leadership, and 300 in faith, then you'd have 45 seconds extra duration, so 53 total seconds, and you do 6 plus 65% damage, like base damage. Plus you got your other perks that add stuff to it as well. So those are the only 3 skills that really 3 traits. Three skills that really scale it, and but so we probably can't get to 10 in all of those. So you can get sort of you can spread your points around a little bit, but basically, so social, discipline, and vigor. Of course, if you go endurance, you will get 2 points of vigor out of smithing and athletics, which I do like to do, and you can get plus 80 hit points from athletics. Excuse me. So I quite like to do that, make my guy tough. But your mileage may vary. But yeah, I think we're probably going to go for 8 discipline so that we can get 300 faith. I'm not going to go all the way to 330. And you go 10 endurance, and then if we get any more points, we'll put them into vigor. Skip social. You could go for the 5 points in social, but you have to put 3 extra points into social to get it. And yeah, I don't know if I'm willing to. But yeah, even with just 2 points in social, you can get to 200 leadership, which is still another 20, another 10 seconds, 10 seconds duration, extra 10% damage on your ability. So still pretty good. So we're gonna go for, you go for an ability for vigor, sergeant for vigor, thieves for cunning, doesn't really help any of our abilities. Merchants for social, if you wanted to go for the 2 extra companions and the extra leadership. But we're gonna go for commoner. We're gonna get the endurance point. And then we're going to go for, you go for militia for extra, even more endurance. Gives you points in crossbow though. I don't really want to use a crossbow, and I don't really want polearm either. Imperial Cultist gives us one-handed, which I probably will use a little bit of. Medicine, which is a good skill. Faith, which is good. Steward's good. You know, all good stuff that we want. In engineering, student also gives us discipline. Except it gives us 2 points in engineering. I want 1 point in engineering for the shield, the perk that gives you 30% extra shield hit points. But I don't necessarily want that. Probably have one of my companions do engineering. Or we'll maybe hire an engineer to do engineering. But we'll see how we go. Or maybe we'll level up engineering, I don't know. But yeah, so we're going to probably go for Imperial Cultist, one-handed, a bit of medicine. And then in this final one, you're going to choose your actual career that you're going to play in the game. So we're going to go for a Priest Acolyte, Warrior Priest of Sigmar. We get to start off with this gear. And you can choose Priest of Ulrich or Priest of Sigmar. We're going to worship Sigmar. Then you get to choose your heraldry. Oh, what are we going to call our? What are we going to call our order? Order of the Hammer. Some nice Empire, various Empire things. Stirland. The Flaming Hound is pretty good. Maybe the Comets. This is the classic Comet, I reckon. That's the way to go. Kind of almost like that color scheme as well. But yeah, maybe like red and gold. Yeah, I think that's pretty solid actually. What if we switch it? Oh, that's weird. Let me switch it. No, it looks terrible. What's that color? A darker red. Comet. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. What are the yellows have we got to choose from? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Solid. And we'll go for a darker red. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Order of the Comet. The Brotherhood of Vengeance. The Prophets of Retribution. The Prophets of Doom. The Doombringers. Doom, the Harbingers. Harbingers. Harbingers of Doom. The end times are coming. It's our mission to warn everybody. Eldermerk? Hellmerk. Hellmerk? Merkbricht. Merkbrand. Merkbricht. Alright, I think we're good. We've got a name. We're going to play Bannerlord and Realistic. If you're playing it for the first time and you want to be a bit more heroic, you might want to put personal damage on like 50% on easy, so you feel like a bit more of a god, and you can go around smashing. But yeah, I kind of like to start off on Realistic, and you try to build yourself up to be stronger, and eventually get really powerful. But you'll be flimsy at the start. All right, what do we start off with? So what have we got? Maybe I need to change that color scheme actually. I think the yellow is a bit too... Mod does not have births and deaths, no. It won't, even if you put that on, it won't actually, it'll just disable it automatically. Alright, so you check out a gear. So yeah, we've just got some basic gear. No horse. And we start off already devoted to Sigmar. So if you pray to Sigmar when you're devoted to Sigmar, then some random flagellants will start following you. Oh, you guys got to remember to keep me honest. So we can't use magic because we're a warrior priest, so we can only use prayers, no spells. We can't use magic, and we can't hire any wizard companions, right? So we can only use priestesses and priests and other non-magical characters, and we can't buy any weapons. We can't buy any weapons, armor, or fancy horses. However, we can hire companions and steal all their gear. We can blacksmith out of blacksmith stuff of our own, yeah. But we can't buy stuff. The reason why I like two reasons I like doing that. One, because it's a cool role-playing theme. For we've taken a vow of poverty. We do collect money for the use of the order to buy food and provisions for our flagellants and shit, but we don't use it to spend on our own fancy gear for ourselves. We've got a vow of poverty. The other cool thing about it is it stops you from shopping all the time. If you've got unlimited money, then you tend to just go around shopping all the time, because the best way to upgrade your character is just to scout for the best gear in all the shops and refresh the shops all the time. So yeah, so basically it's a way of avoiding that. What do we want to do? I don't know what to go for first. Maybe riding? If we get a ranged weapon, that would be the ideal thing. So we've prayed to Sigmar, and now we've got 8 flagellants. 8 haggard flagellants that have joined our band. So yeah, so normally if you're not sure what to do,
if you please,
a quick way to get started is just talk to a lord, and then you say, something I'd like to discuss, and then you say, I hereby offer you my sword. If you've got any troops, those troops will disappear, but your companions will stay with you, and you'll join this army. You won't be able to control yourself anymore. You'll just follow this person around, and you'll be stuck following them around for 25 days. So yeah, so make sure you want to do it before you do it, because you'll be stuck doing it for a while. We're up another level. Maybe faith. So yeah, so we can buy a riding mount, but we can't. We could buy a riding mount, a simple riding mount, like so if it says riding, then that's cool. If it says war mount or like prestige mount or whatever, then we can't buy that. It's not full line price threshold, so we can buy food, we can buy basic mounts, but we can't buy. I suppose we could buy like rags and stuff, clothes and shit, basic clothes, but we can't buy like fancy armor or weapons or anything like that. We can make our own though, which is probably how we're going to get our better stuff. So we can't buy any weapons or any of this stuff. But we can buy food. Buy some grain. Grain. Actually, we've got a few troops with us, so we might need a bit more food, hey? Buy the cheap food. We'll splurge on some beer as well. Alright, so we've got our companions. So when you buy various, so we've got we've got a various amount different foods. So we've got a bit of food variety. When you got different food variety, that helps your steward level up faster. Excuse me, when you've got troops and you feed them, especially if you have a different food variety, you get your steward will level up. So we can see we've got 1 experience point of steward already. And when we fight in battles, our leadership will go up as well. Alright, so here's 18 deserters. They're about the same speed as us, but they're going to beat the shit out of us, obviously, because there's more of them than us. So we don't want to tangle with them. Oh yeah, we've got these career abilities. You can go and check it out. And probably want to go for this 25% ranged resistance for Sigmarite troops. Looks pretty good. Flagellants that we've got right now have 25% physical resist anyway. So yeah, it might work towards that. Actually, I'll take the hit points first. 10 hit points. Here's a deserter hideout. We can try and defeat the deserters. If we lose, though, we'll get captured because we don't have enough guys to fill up the band. So if you've got more than 15 guys, some will wait outside, and if you fall in battle when you're in there, then the guys outside will drag you away. If you got less than 15 and you die inside, then you just get captured and will be a prisoner. So that's probably what's going to happen right now, but it'll be a bit of fun. Right, these are my flagellant brothers. Forward, brothers. So I've issued them charge. F1, F3 means charge. F1, F2 is follow. So yeah, those are two pretty common ones I use a lot. Just F1, F2 follow, and F1, F3 means charge. We can just do F1 and then F1 again. Tell them to move to a position. Oh, they found the guy up here. They're putting the beat down on him. It's like keeping them together. There's a shield here. Press F to pick up stuff off the ground. Come on, brothers. You got the shame button ready?
You are dead!
Beat down on these guys. Alright, there's 4 of them here. Actually, oh shit. I think they've got a bow. Oh, fuck. Alright, okay, I'll try and tank a bit. No.
with you!
Here we go. Yeah, that's it. Beat down on them, lads.
I'll cut you down!
So tactics. Tactics goes up when you guys fight as well. Yeah, I don't think we're going to make it to the end. But that's all right. I got it. I'm going to block these arrows. Now these one-handed maces are knocking people over all the time. Yeah, I think it used to be only two-handed maces that knocked them down, but they seem to get knocked down all the time from these one-handers.
Come on!
Alright, now we have to fight the bandit leader. He got knocked in his ass. Yeah, no, he wasn't dead though, he just got knocked back. Okay, so how many of them there's? There's 4, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. It's 7 versus 7. So I can either try and duel the leader, 1v1, or we can just fight them 7 versus 7. Alright, I'm gonna duel it. I'm gonna duel him. Oh shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's so close. But my shield broke and then it put me off and I died. We got smashed. Now I get captured and I have to get dragged around in chains. And I lost all my food. All my precious beer and stuff that I bought. But yeah, so we got a little bit of experience in one-handed. And that's about it really. The axe has got no reach. Yeah, I know. I was kick chopping him, but my axe was missing all the time. Oh no, we kept most of our food, so that's cool. Yeah, we lost a couple of items of food, but we kept a little bit. Yeah, we had no armor, so we got smashed. All right. I can't carry all this gear anymore. I'll drop. Actually, no, I'll keep it, and I'll only drop it if I need to. So yeah, so you look mouse over here, and you can see your healing rate. It's my healing rate's 12.21. But when I go into a town, you get +8 for being in a settlement. So my healing rate now is 21.09, which is a lot faster. We can wait here for a while, get some heals. So if you wanted to watch, you know, how to like power level up and get super strong really fast and stuff, that's not what this campaign's about. This is more of a lo-fi campaign where we're just going to kind of adventure around and slowly, you know, build ourselves up from being a poor lay brother to being, you know, the leader of a mighty band. The harbingers of doom will become a name to be feared. Cool, so our prayer's worn off now. So we can go and pray again. And we can get more followers. Oh, health's still going up, but just not quite as fast. I'll pray again. That'll give us some more faith XP. Another seven flagellants, and we can choose to pick into this one. This one gives you +3 hit points for every point in discipline, so eventually we're going to have like 8 points in discipline, so that'll give us 24 extra hit points. But we can for now do this one to give us an extra point in medicine so we can heal up faster. Good thing about this is we can later on respec these perks and take it out, so we can, so these focus points that you put in, they just increase your learning rate, but it's the perks and the level that actually give you your actual advantage. So these putting the point in doesn't actually do anything, like doesn't help you in battle or anything. It's only using that helps you level up faster, your learning rate goes up higher, and then you can unlock the perks quicker. But yeah, so we're going to take this one for now, medicine, but once we get medicine up to like the highest that we are going to ever get it, I'll probably try and get medicine up to about 75 or maybe a bit higher. Then we can well, actually, you mainly want to get this one. Gives you +5 hit points permanently and gives you 30% of your lost hit points back after each battle. So if you go into a battle and you get bodied and you get knocked out, you lose 100% of your health, you'll get 30% of your health back immediately as soon as you get out of the battle. And then this one gives you +10 hit points recovery after each offensive battle. So if you're the one who's attacking, you just automatically get 10 hit points back. So for example, if you had 100 hit points and you lost 30, then when you came back, you'd get 30% of those hit points back straight away. So you'd maybe get like 9 hit points back, and then you'd get +10 as well. So you'd get like, you lose 30, you get 19 back. You'd be at like 89, you know, that kind of thing. So really good. Those two, this one and this one, are really good for sustain. I try and get that on myself and try and get it on all my companions as well. Whichever one of your characters is going to be your doctor. If you're going to be your doctor, you want to get to this one as soon as possible, Doctor's Oath, because that makes you start healing the enemies as well. So every time one of your guys dies or gets wounded, it gives you experience in medicine. Also, after the battle, when you're healing your guys, you get experience in medicine. But when you get this one, you actually get experience for killing enemies as well. Like your medicine skill applies to them. Once you get more elite troops that aren't dying as much, that'll give you still keep giving you a lot of XP. So if you want to level up all the way, then that perk's really important. If you don't want to be a meta doctor, then just these two perks are the main ones. So that one first, and then that one if you get that as well. We're going up another level. So, here we go. After battle, wounded companions heal 20 hit points. So that's it. You know, we can just get even more sustain from that. I'm not sure if that applies to you or not. I'm not sure if we count as a companion, but at least your other companions, you know, they can die. If they've got those other two perks, they'll get a bunch of hit points, and that'll give them even more hit points. So a lot of sustain. Yeah, I want to get this ranged physical resistance so my guys don't get shot by arrows. So yeah, scouting goes up as we walk around. Going through forests and stuff, I think, maybe gives you scouting. Spotting other parties gives you scouting, so if you just stand nearby to a crossroads or whatever, you'll get scouting up. So I guess our main early game goal is to get enough money to hire a warrior priest, so that we can then borrow his spare set of armor, and then we'll finally look like a warrior priest ourselves, or look like a non-poverty stricken warrior priest. Hire some more troops. These Thrug and Ragok are trolls, leading huge armies of trolls that you don't want to mess with at all. I wonder if you get special. I wonder if you get any special good loot from them. All right, I'm gonna get a saddle horse to ride, and a mule. Or the horse as a pack horse. And we'll buy a saddle. What's that? How much wages are we paying? 30 per day. Might need to sell. Might need to sell my boots. This is my town. I've got 2 sets of clothes: my town clothes and my sort of war clothes, I guess. That'll allow us to hire a couple more guys. Buy some more supplies for our brethren. And that. Yeah. The 75 level 75 medicine skill. Is yeah, the one you want. That'll help you level up fast. Okay, so now we've got more than 15 troops. That way, if we do another one of those bandit camps and we lose, we'll get dragged away and we'll be okay. You get these little inkies, they're called, and give you little dilemmas. So you get 750 XP for all ranged weapon skills. 1500 for smithing and engineering. We don't really want any ranged weapon skills, so it's relevant to us. Smithing is okay, and engineering is okay. Take those. Got 31 points in smithing, which is now 41, and 28 points in engineering, which is now 38. So that makes our shield plus 30% shield hit points. So I like that one. Smithing. Yeah, so if you want to level up medicine all the way, if you want to be a doctor, the most important one is to get Doctor's Oath. So your medicine skill applies to enemies. When you're blowing up enemies with cannons and spells and artillery and shit, you'll be using your medicine skill to try and stop them from dying, so you can get more captives. Also gives you more captives as well. And yeah, good way if I'm trying to level up medicine, I usually either just get up to 75 and then just let it go up naturally. Or another thing you can do in this mod is go over to the Vampire Lands, and there's places that are like Hellfen. If you see this red circle, if you go inside this red circle, then you guys will take attrition and they'll start dying. And they'll start getting wounded. None of them will die. They'll just be wounded. So you can stay in here till as many troops as possible will get wounded, and then just go into a town and heal them up. And you'll get medicine XP for healing them all the time. Or another way you can do it is starving them. Just intentionally run out of food, starve you guys, they'll lose health, and then you can buy some food and heal them back up again. But they also lose a lot of morale when that happens, so some will leave and stuff. But yeah, there's a couple of tricks that you can use to level up your medicine as well. Alright. We've got a pretty big squad now. How long does that food last? 7 days until no food. No, that's good. Alright, let's go and see if we can take out another one of these bandit camps. There's usually some heretics, some foul heretics down here. See if we can hunt some of them down. The mod is called Old Realms, and yeah, it's a Warhammer Fantasy mod. Oh, we can go to the Shrine of Sigmar over here and get some more flagellants as well. We're kind of full. 23 out of 24, yeah. Fortunately, these guys cost 5, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Yeah, fledglings are pretty good. I reckon we'll get at least 5. So I'm gonna make some space. Ready, Sigmar. And we've got another point. I'll try to make it as efficient as possible by wounding all my troops that are in the cursed site, going to town, heal, and level up smithing and read books at the same time. Yeah, you can do a little bit of that, yeah. Till you get to like 75, get you 75, and then just go and fight normally and stuff, I reckon. Just auto resolving battles and stuff if you don't want to fight them. Yeah, I think I'll just keep putting my stats into discipline for now until we get to 7. Maybe I'll put a point in leadership as well. And yeah, 25% ranged resistance to our Sigmarite troops, to our flagellants. I don't think we've got any... Oh, there we go. 5 flagellants joined our party. Now we've got a full party. And we've got enough food to last us for 5 days. Might just quickly go buy some more food. If you've got pigs, you can only herd. So you got a herding limit of however many guys you've got. You can herd that many animals, and you can also ride, if they're not already cavalry, they can also ride that many animals. So we've got 24 guys, so we could put 25, and they're all infantry except for me. Then we could get 23 riding horses in our inventory, and we could have 24 non-riding animals. So at the moment we've got 3 pack horses, which are not riding animals, and we've got 2 hogs, so we've got 5 total animals that we're herding, right? So you can have, if we've got 24, so we get up to 24 animals. Now I'm gonna butcher one of my hogs, get 2 meat. So now we've got enough food for 11 days, or 10 and a bit days. Alright, I'm gonna have a look in here and see if there's a cultist camp. Scout. I usually just go for daytime. You can also go for nighttime. I don't see any cultist camps. There is cultist camps that spawn in here, but here's some Norscan raiders. There's 10 of them. They're probably tougher than us, but there's more of us than there are of them. Shit. I don't know if we can handle 18 orc raiders. I'll try and beat them to the town. It is 11 deserters. Alright, we'll try and take out these 11 deserters. They'll probably have bows, but we'll outnumber them, so if a few of our guys die on the way, so be it. So if we get some more scouting up, we'll be able to move a bit faster. You can just auto-resolve these battles as well if you want to just, you know, make it faster. Ah, crash. Yeah, I don't know. I did try turning off tessellation and turning down. I found some tips saying you can turn off tessellation and also turn down terrain detail, specifically terrain detail. But yeah, I don't know. Still crashed. But I mean, I don't know. I guess it lasted a while. We were playing for like 45 minutes before it crashed, but still. So yeah, I've got auto save on, so it saves every 10 minutes. So yeah. Yeah, how are you guys? Have you guys, any of you guys playing any old realms at the moment? Started any new careers? Careers are you guys playing? Anyone interested in doing an Iron Price lo-fi campaign? With no magic? Soften up the witch? Crashed again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's something I'm doing, because there's like certain periods where I don't really get crashes hardly at all, and then I don't know, I'll have other periods where I get lots of crashes. I've been getting a fair few crashes since the latest update, but yeah, I've had so many crashes since this update. Got more crashes in a single day than I ever did on the pre-War in the Mountains patch. Okay. Yeah, well, maybe there's a few more issues, you know, that I'll have to iron out. I need to go back to the US so I can get on my computer. Some of the video game enjoyment comes from watching. No worries. Live vicariously through my campaign. But yeah, since this update, I've been having to like kind of load like load up the game and then it'll crash and then I'll have to load it up again. Which like I just did then. It crashed, like after it crashed, when I tried to start the game again, it crashed again, and then I had to load it again. Restarting your PC maybe helps sometimes, but I don't, you know, it was crashing even after I restarted. So yeah. Oh cool, looks like it saved just looks like we just saved, like we didn't lose any time really. It's just, there's those bandits right there that we were about to go for. What we can do is make our party size smaller. So our party size, our speed is 3.9, but if we get rid of 5 of these guys, and our speed goes up to 4, which means that we are able to catch that. We were 3.9 and they were 3.9. So if we go to 4.0, we'll catch them like 100% faster, basically, you know. So yeah, so we'll give that a try. Go check the Windows event viewer to see what caused the crash. Event viewer log, or event viewer system. Event viewer Windows log location. Location. I don't know. What am I looking at? I don't really know what I'm looking at. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing. Nothing too meaningful to me. I don't know, this is what I'm looking at. So yeah, there's, I don't know, all these events. Looks like some stuff's going on. I don't know. So this is probably when the errors were happening around 3 minutes ago. But yeah, I don't know. Doesn't really give me. Not really sure what I meant to look at. Anyway. So we're catching him a lot faster now. Yeah. Alright. I've got a horse now. So there's a hill here. A bit of a hill. So that'll stop them from shooting us somewhat. One of these guys might have a shield that we could score. Okay, looks like they're running away. They think they're going to lose. So they're trying to take up a defensive position. I can hear some arrows coming in. I'm going to just try and ride around evasive style, so hopefully they'll shoot at me instead of my infantry, and I might save the life of some of my guys, hopefully without me dying. Oh fuck. Alright, maybe that was a bad idea. Alright, here we go. Our guys coming. Oh shit. Oh, fuck. Are we even winning? Oh yeah, I think we're overpowering them now. Nice. I killed one guy. So we can actually capture these guys, and we can either sell them into slavery, or we can well, sell them for bounty or whatever, or eventually you'll get to convert. This little bar here is your conformity, and they'll basically, when that bar fills up, they'll offer to join you. You can recruit them. And with these guys, when they get experience, when this bar fills up, you can upgrade them. So we can upgrade these guys from flagellants to Prophets of Doom, which are like elite flagellants. They should put Prophets of Doom in Warhammer Total War. That'd be cool. They should give my super flagellants. Hunting bow. That's interesting. Fur-rimmed boots. Ripped uniform. 12. Oh, this one's got 12 armor. Fancy. At least we've got some this clothes we can have some extra loot that we can keep in case we get taken out. I've got a bow, but I don't have any arrows. Keep working on that. Alright, our first successful skirmish. It's nearly time to pray again. Right, we lost a few. We've taken a few casualties, so we can go back to the Shrine of Sigmar. By the time we get back there, it'll be time to pray again. There might be some more flagellants that'll want to join us. At this stage, my main goal would be probably to get a gun. Or this bow that I've got, some sort of ranged weapon. Did I buy 3 sumpter horses by mistake? Or did we loot some sumpter horses? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, so now we can get a Midlands Palfrey. It's just still just a riding horse, just a basic riding horse. But that allows us to ride a lot faster. Just a good tactical advantage in battle. A bunch of orcs. Shit. We did not want to fight them. 151 gold. Alright, yeah, I'll pay them to leave us alone. I've been bullied. Bullied by some greenskins. Once we get here, we can get faith passively from just being in towns. Can try the deserter hideout again. Yeah, pretty broke, so we kind of need to. Alright. Let's hope these guys, right. Madmen. Nutters. Yeah. He's got a bow, but he's not. He doesn't have it equipped at the moment. Hoping to get a shield or something. Good. Some arrows. Yeah, so if we had some arrows, we'd be able to snipe. Carefully snipe as we go along. But yeah, if we don't, you can't really get arrows unless you shoot them, because once you get into melee range to kill them, they put away their bow and pull out their melee weapons. Don't get it from ModDB, get it from Steam Workshop, Anthony. Yeah, you just go to Steam Workshop and you just do it, and then it'll say, you know, you need these other things as well to make it work, and you just go, okay, and it'll just download everything that you need. If you go to ModDB, you like download everything individually and stuff. And it also doesn't update automatically. And, yeah, you just go go on your Steam library, go on Workshop, and then yeah, Old Realms Core. And then when you subscribe to that, it'll tell you to subscribe to Harmony and the other two parts up. No, just read the instructions on the workshop page. Yes, it's going better. More flagellants is all we needed. Alright, no dueling this time. We don't duel with bandits. My brethren will deal with them. Deal with them, brethren. Nice. They're pretty cool, the old flagellants.
Yes! We won!
I like. Check it out. We got a heap of gear now. Got a metal shield. Got a fine breastplate. Nice. That's going to sell out ill-gotten loot. Fuck, we only just made it, but those trolls were on our ass. Whew. Alright, now we've got... Oh, hey, isn't enough money. What the heck? How does he not have enough money? Damn. Alright, well... Butter... Grain... Cheese... Alright, it's a bit of food. Wait here till those trolls leave. If we get some more riding horses, like hunters and step horses, then that'll make us move faster in the campaign map. So we might do that. Give them all my clothes. Then we'll buy, buy a bunch of step horses. Now we've got footmen on horses plus 0.15. we go, run a little bit faster. I've tested Witch Hunter after your recommendation as more of a gunpowder orientated profession than Mercenary. I'm having a blast. Retinue guys are so good too. Yeah, nice. Yeah, Retinue guys, he's got like literally the best troops in the game. Not meaning they're like the highest quality troops in the game. They're not necessarily the best for every job, but you know, they're pretty cool. I love those guns they've got. Oh shit! I just wasn't paying. I was not paying attention. We'll try and get away. We just got 12 points in tactics from running away. 13 flagellants. We lost all of our troops except for our flagellants. That was kind of lucky. We didn't lose our flagellants. Alright, let's go back into town again. You get a tavern and you can ransom your prisoners. Get rid of them. And we kept most of our stuff. You were just them on Ironsiders and Hockland guys, and just kite everyone with F2 and delete armies with 0 casualties. Nice. Only their class action is like turbo meh. Yeah, you're tier 4, so that you're getting the spread and everything, and getting your companions spreading it and all that stuff. But yeah, it's yeah, his career ability is not that great, but. If you see two parties fighting like that, if you join in and help, it'll give you a rep up with the faction that you're helping. Shit. Try and pray. There's 8 orcs here. I don't ever know if we can take out 8 orcs, but we can try. I don't really want to be an archer, but we'll use the tactical superiority of the ranged fire. Oh, hit sign. Boys, cleanse these woods of the foul orc. Oh, look how much loot we got. Got heaps of stuff. Oh shit, they're going much faster than us. So you can look on here and see why you're going slow. So we're getting minus 0.4 from prisoners and minus 0.64 from herding. So we don't have enough dudes. We hit that, so now we're going 2.6. We still need more guys. Shit. Alright, gonna try and pay them off again. Alright, we'll recruit all these guys. Sell some of this stuff. Alright, I hired some more guys, so now we don't have any herding penalty. Got enough guys to lead our stuff. Now we've got even numbers with these deserters. I don't know if that's going to be quite enough to win, but give it a crack. We'll try and get our leadership a lot more. Alright, now we'll try and get up to Righteous Fury is charged by melee attacks. Try again. Didn't get any fledglings. I think there's like a cooldown on the fledglings, like separate. Yeah, we've got leadership, there we go. We've got 9 fledglings. We've got a big posse of dudes now. Shit, a lot of traffic around here. Trying to isolate these guys. Alright, we got him. I kind of think you shouldn't be allowed to play orcs, like all they want to do is fight. I'll pay them off. No, I reckon orcs would, you know, take money sometimes. Just depends on how they feel, you know.
Attack!
Yeah, orcs, I'm pretty sure there's stories of orcs working as mercenaries and stuff sometimes. You know? I don't know. I get what you mean, but I feel like we would be able to pay them off sometimes. Get the shinies! Yeah, I reckon, yeah, they might not always go for it, but they would sometimes, I reckon. Damn, I smited a few heads there. Bloodguards on armored orcs, yeah, there's some mercenaries. We only got 1 wounded. We didn't even, no one even died. Pig Barter. What's Pig Barter? Is that like a orc mercenary town? Got a few more criminals we can sell. Lordly Ornate Shield. Holy shit, we're moving up in the world. Worn Militia Helmet. It's not as good as mine actually. Balanced Light Fulled Mace. Nah. Legendary Wood Splitter Axe. Now we're talking. Some fine Some fine quality gear here. Wonder if we could make a hammer or something. Wouldn't mind a two-handed mallet so I can smash people more effectively. It's some sort of trading town where you find orcs, ogres, and humans in the same city. Oh, okay, crazy. Wages, recruitment costs, food consumption, morale. Yeah, I'll go for food consumption. Go and see if we can sell some of this stuff. Legendary wood splitter axe. Yeah, that could be useful. Go back up here and see if we can find some cultists to smite. In Sigmar's name. In Sigmar's name! Might have to crash soon though. Starting to feel a bit world weary. Just weary, really. A lot of orcs around here. So yeah, if you want to sort of skip this part, you can just go and hire on as a hired sword with a lord, and you'll just follow them around for a while and get lots of skill ups and stuff. I'd probably recommend that definitely, depending on what career you play, to get a bit of a head start. Some careers have really good skills that you can learn, like the one I'm playing now, Warrior Priest. I think you can definitely learn faith. You get faith up really fast and really high. Maybe medicine, maybe leadership. What else? One of the weapon skills. Yeah. All right, we found some more new orders.
Give him hell! Kill them all!
Just F1 F3, we can just charge in. My minions. So we can distract them a little bit with some arrow fire. These guys throw javelins and throwing axes and stuff, so pretty dangerous if you get too close. Shit. He's my range. Alright, well, hope these guys don't get javelin too much. 3 dead already. Fuck. 4 dead. No, we're smashing him. At least they're feeling the way in. Can't beat the flagellants. 6 dead, 2 flagellants or less. Alright, some more criminals. More criminals in our captivity. Some javelins. 93 and 91 pierce. That's not bad. Maybe we should do that instead. Sell this armor. Three for one. Let's get it first. Alright, I might drop our captives. A bit more speed. Now we're like super fast. It'll be heaps easier to get away from him. Get some more flagellant brothers. Our party size member was 24 before. Now it's gone up to 29. So just because we've got more our steward skills going up, it's giving us more capacity. Also, yeah, we can level up these guys. Get some prophets of doom. Having a smaller number of higher level guys will mean you'll be faster in the campaign map, stronger for your speed. Plus 2 experience to troops, all troops in the party per day, or plus 4 experience to tier 1 and 2 troops. So I just kind of like to have the experience on all the troops. But yeah, if you just want to get people off of tier 1 and 2 as fast as possible. We can just auto resolve this, see how that goes. Lost one of our new prophets of doom. So all this chaos gear. Don't want any of that nonsense. But yeah, it's quite fun playing like this where you can't actually buy any gear. You just go around trying to find everything. I was thinking I might actually allow ourselves to buy a single practice gun that we can share between our party. I don't think that would break our vow of poverty. just for the purposes of training our soldiers or our companions. But we'll see how we go. We might not need to. We might not need to spend the frivolous expense of buying an old rifle if we can find a looted weapon of some kind. Yeah, it's a lot easier to train weapons now because you can just buy old rifles. Alright, if we really want to kill some heretics, there should be some around here near this Shrine of Ulrich. There's a hideout, we can try that. Should I build the shader cache prior to starting? You should delete. So before you build the shader cache, delete all the shader folders that it said. Did you read the instructions? There's a part that talks about like slow load times, and it says that you should delete two folders, I think, or 2 files. Yeah, so do that, and then build the shader cache. It'll just make it faster. But yes, you should definitely build the shader cache. If you don't want to delete those folders, you can. That's okay. It just makes it faster to load and stuff in the first place, and I think it makes the shader cache thing faster too. All right. So we've got the traveling merchant. He just allows you to buy stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to buy from different places, but we don't buy frivolous expensive things. We don't need any of this stuff. We're happy with just our basic gear. We can sell. And sell some stuff. And buy some food, maybe. Nah, just screw it, doesn't matter. Nothing much we can do there. I'm not seeing many cultists. They said something about like making it so cultists don't spawn randomly or something. Does that mean there's no cultists on the map anymore, or what? I don't think I've seen any cultists yet. I'd be pretty bummed if that means there's no cultists anywhere on the map, because I love killing cultists. It's like my favorite thing. We're probably going to need at least 1 point in gunpowder, I would guess. And normally there'd be a heaps of there, cultist hideout, here we go. So yeah, cultist hideout, and then usually be lots of parties of cultists kind of floating around. Here we go. Yeah, I thought they would still be there, but yeah, I hadn't seen any. I was like, what the hell? Alright, here we go. Cultist fight. Actually, with this one, we'll get our guys to sit back, because they don't have any shields, so we can shoot the shield at them, and they won't really be able to do anything. Oh, I didn't bring my bow. I mean, I brought my bow, but I didn't bring my arrows. Yeah, it's gonna be a perfect one to just shoot the crap out of them and get heaps of points of riding skill up. We'll just have to be content with throwing skill instead. shit. I missed. Where'd the javelin go? Find it. Did it slide down? Oh, there it is. Is that it? No, that's a sword. Where'd the javelin go? I don't know. Oh well. Mad nutbags versus different types of nutbags. Nutters versus nutters. I only get one dead, one fudge not dead. Too bad. Take these criminals back to justice. I got a falchion. 96 swing speed, 58, 71 reach. Yeah, that's cool. Good falchion's better than our mace in this situation, I think. Get some beer. Oh, we've run out of prayer. Let's go back to. We go back to pray to Sigmar. Actually, maybe it might be quicker to go to this one. I don't know. Actually, it might auto-resolve or quickly auto-resolve a fight on the way back. That way, if we take casualties, we can just restock. Get rid of those captives to speed us up a bit. Shit. Right. Are they running away from the trolls? Yeah, running away from the troll raiders. Yeah. Makes sense. I'd run away as well. Might go and join these Empire bands that are going around. Because they can give us some, see what skills they can give us. Generally they'll help you level up pretty fast. Yes, let's go Baron Clemens. We'll see if we can catch it. Oh, here we go. Margravine Anna. Seems pretty good. So we'll lose our 31 soldiers that we've got, but we'll be able to train in certain focus skills.
Forgive me for what may seem an abundant.
Go discuss. Offer my sword. Tip. Now we're locked into this for 25 days. But yeah, so we can go one-handed, two-handed, athletics, medicine, or faith. So yeah, so we're gonna go faith because we've got 5 points in faith. Actually no, we go medicine until we get up to 75. Yeah. And then you'll as you travel around you'll just see you can medicine or your faith or whatever skill you're doing will go up. And so yeah, so if you are able to train medicine, then it's a good one. It's a really good one to do up to 75 by this method. You know, you can probably, depending on what you're doing and what stage of the game you're at, you can probably make more profit and get more skill ups and stuff going around by yourself and not with this guy. But definitely at the start and definitely in certain skills, it's actually easier to level up. Like so, faith and medicine, I'd say, especially at the start, are much easier to level up as a higher sword, just like by doing what I'm doing right now. My medicine's just gone up heaps of, you know, I started at 38, I'm already at 53 now. Whereas I'd only gotten 28 points in the whole, you know, up until now that we've been playing, so it's much faster. And yeah, same with faith, you're just getting like a point every few seconds at the low level. Getting up to 58, it won't be too long to get to 75. And then yeah, I'm probably, on this character, I'm probably not going to be the doctor myself. I'll probably get a Priestess of Shallya to be our healer, because they start off with over 75, so they're great for, yeah, if you want to train a character up as a healer, if they don't have 75 medicine already, it's quite hard to get them up to 75, but once they get to 75, then it kind of rolls on from there. So yeah, Priestess of Shallya are good because they start off at like 80 or 100 or something, so they can just keep leveling up and be good doctors. But yeah, so we'll just get our 75 points, sorry. And then we can just flip back to learning faith. Oh, what happened then? That's right, we're just waiting outside this town while she's doing stuff inside. And we're up to 7 days, so we've got to stay with her for another 18 days. Got to stay for 25 days total before you can leave without becoming a criminal, otherwise you're a deserter. Okay, cool, so we got our 75, so we got our preventative medicine, got our walk it off, and we've got our doctor's oath. If you go up above that, so these two, this one's the most important, that one's the second most important, I'd say. This one's the most important if you want to be a doctor. Even if you don't want to be a doctor though, this one gives you +5 personal hit points, which is not a big deal, but every little bit helps. And then if you want to go to 100, I quite like getting this one, +15% healing rate while your party is over 70. Morale, so have a high morale. You want to have high morale because I think you move faster on the campaign map. And yeah, that makes you heal faster while you're moving faster as well, which is good. It's for the surgeon though, so either if you're going to be the medic or whoever your medic is, you want them to have that. And then once you get up to here, there's this one, 50% reduced chance of troops getting killed during siege bombardment. If you do a lot of sieges, it's pretty annoying if expensive troops getting killed all the time. It's pretty good. But a general one I use is this one, 30% chance to recover a lame horse. So if you have cavalry and then they get killed, then you have a 30%, what do you call it? Sorry, the one down the bottom, variable chance to recover a mount lost from lost cavalry after battles. So when cavalry dies, it increases your chance to get a free horse from it. Pretty good for expensive mounts, especially if you have all knights. If you have a whole party of knights, then you tend to get heaps of free horses from this. Also, if you have demigryphs, you can use this to loot demigryphs. Much easier to get demigryphs that way. Like you train up demigryph knights, have a squad of 10 or 20 demigryph knights, and then as they get wounded, you get some of their demigryphs every now and again, so you can get a free demigryph, or get lots of free demigryphs, as the case may be. Be pretty good. And yeah, perks go up and up. But yeah, the main one, if you want to go 10 intelligence, like absolutely max out medicine, 10 intelligence, 330 medicine, then you get this +1 hit point for troops for every skill above 250. So it means at 330 absolute maximum, troops have +80 hit points. So normal troops have 100 hit points, so +80 is like double hit points almost. Elite troops have like 180 hit points, so it gets them up to like 260. So your troops are going to be able to, you know, it's a lot more survival. It also applies to your companions. So your companions also will get 80 plus 80 hit points. So intelligence builds where you are the medic and you max out your medicine skill is probably like the most powerful, you know, one of the most powerful in vanilla. You also get steward, so you have a bigger army than everybody else. They've got plus 11 party size. If you get all the way up to here, you probably have like plus 200 party size. So yeah, intelligence builds are really good, strategically, you know. But yeah, we're not going to go for intelligence build. We're going to be like a warrior of faith. We're going to lead by inspiring with our heroism, not with our common sense. More fun that way. Yeah, so we've got our medicine up to 75. That's all I wanted for now. Eventually, we'll maybe, you know, we can let it go a bit higher until we get our Shalia priestess. Then she can take over. But faith is really what we want to get up higher. If we get faith up to 150, then you can start donating items to get our faith XP. What's with the new patch not showing the location of characters as wanderers anymore? It seems to have to meet them first. Yeah, but what you can do is go into a tavern and talk to the tavern keeper and ask him if there's any people around that have useful skills or whatever, and he'll tell you all of the companions in the local area, like in the town you're in, but also in all the towns around you in a circle, so you can track them down that way. But you can't just look them up and go there like you could in the old 1.2. So we got medicine, athletics, two-handed, one-handed. So all these skills are super easy to level up, except for medicine and faith. So they're the only two that we're gonna, you know, do this with. The other thing is we're getting paid 185 gold a day. So as long as we keep doing this, we just keep getting more and more gold. Also prestige, we're getting +5 prestige per day as well. So yeah, it's just a good little jump start. But if you wait for 25 days, you know, you'll have a good little nest egg of money. You'll have all, you know, probably all the skills that you want. And yeah, it's just kind of a good way to get started. You can jump into a few battles if you want and try out a bit of combat. But just be aware you don't get your training skill if you're wounded. So don't get injured. Hey Sam. So we want leadership and we want weapons. Finally done. Iron Drake time. Yeah, nice. Did you load your shader cache? Did you load your shader cache? You'll still load shaders after you get into the game, but the more you play, the more it'll load and the less you'll. You know. I'm playing old Realms mod on the workshop. And you want more leadership, but maybe I'm gonna want smithing eventually. We're gonna go athletics eventually. There we go, athletics. Sure, 2 minutes? Yeah, nice. Yeah, the Iron Drakes, the dwarf units are really strong. We should go and get some dwarfs in the party. No, we should play should play as a female Bretonnian merc, and then hire all dwarf companions and be like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Yeah, got to keep going for 25 days, so bit of a lock-in contract. Yeah, so 125, we've got all our prayers unlocked now. So when we go into battle, you go to prayers. These are all our prayers, so we can do Healing Hand, which heals ourselves and nearby buddies. We've got Vanquish, buff our weapons of the allies in a 12-meter radius. Weapons burst into fire and burn the enemy with every strike. We need Armour of Righteousness, 40% physical resistance for 45 seconds. Pretty awesome. Comet of Sigmar Prayer fires a fire missile that does holy damage of 30, can knock units down or throw them off their horses. Very cool. Is there any other prayer? What else can we do? Party member, increase your party's sight range. Oh, party member, increase your party's sight range on the campaign by 10%. Does that stack? Do you have like, does that give you 10% camp vision per guy that has over 200? Pretty crazy. This is really good to get as well. If you can get to 250, you need at least 5 points in disciplined and 5 points in faith to get the 250. But it gives you a 30% chance for characters and units that will be killed to be wounded instead. So you don't have to be the surgeon. So you could have another character be your surgeon that has high medicine skill, and that'll give you a chance for your wounded characters to not die and be wounded, like downed characters and units to be wounded and not dead. But then if you have 250 faith on your party leader, then you have another 30% chance to not die after the medicine check to see if they don't die. So yeah, it can help your characters, not die a lot more. And then yeah, if you get to miracle level, then you can apply 2 blessings to weapons. And your faith is so strong it's able to manifest miraculous events from time to time. So you can get miracle weapons. So yeah, we want to work our way up to that. Days. Level 7, yeah, if we get to 150 faith, that'll be quite good. And yeah, if you play as a warrior priest, you can actually enchant your gear. They're called blessings. You can bless your gear with Sigmar enchantments. Pretty cool. Oh, we just went up a rank, so now we're at tier 1. So we get an extra companion. We can have up to 4 companions. We haven't yet got enough money to buy our first companion, but getting there. Yeah, I feel like the runesmith is the most overpowered character in the game. Well, maybe not most overpowered, but they've got a lot of advantages. Everything is very easy for the runesmith, I feel like. Especially if you want to make money from blacksmithing. Oh yeah, Anthony. If you're playing, are you going to play dwarf? If you're going to play dwarf, a real easy tip for you: if you want to get oath gold, the easiest way to get oath gold is to buy grain from shops and then donate it to the Brewers Guild in the tavern. So you go in, get some grain in your inventory, go into the tavern, talk to the Brewers Guild guy in the tavern, and give him grain in exchange for oath gold. Tell him you want to help him brew beer by giving him grain or something. There's other ways you can get oath gold, but that's by far the easiest way, as far as I can tell. Which I found out the hard way. Still fighting the character creator boss. Yeah, nice. You've got to get the beard with the numerous long braids that go right down to your waist. All other beards are inferior. And don't take a mohawk, because it blocks your line of sight when you're trying to fight, and that's really annoying. It's a long beard. You're gonna be some sort of short beard, some immature short beard. Dwarfs respect age. The older and more long beard you are, the more badass and grumpy you are. All right, cool. So we've been here for over 25 days, so now we can leave. We are nearly at 150 though, so I'm just going to get that one more point. Actually, we don't really need to, because we could just pray and get it. But when it's so close now, we may as well grab it. There we go, 150. So now we can, if we have excess materials, we can just donate it to, see, actually we're getting 300 a day now. If we just keep going till we get to 10,000, then we can hire a Priestess of Shelia as a companion, which could be cool. Any difficulty you recommend? Not sure if it's like Total War where you really shouldn't play on easy. I'd recommend you just play on realistic straight away. It just depends what you like, I guess. If you want to just feel really powerful and not, you know, not play on realistic, yeah, I just play on Bannerlord difficulty for you. Yeah, if you want to play on easy first to, I don't know, get the feel of it or whatever, first and whatever, you know, but yeah, I'd probably just go on Bannerlord straight away. Just learn it on the proper difficulty, you know what I mean? Because otherwise you get weird, like if you play on easy damage where you only take 50% damage, then it kind of makes the armor and stuff more effective, because higher damage penetrates armor better and stuff. So yeah, basically if you have 50% damage on, you'll think that you're a badass and shit, but you're actually not, because you just die in 2 seconds if you did that same stuff, you know. Whereas when you have it on realistic, you realize, oh, you can't stand in front of a bunch of archers because you're gonna fucking die. You know what I mean? You gotta like evade. You gotta hide behind your other companions with shields. You gotta have a big shield yourself if you want to, you know, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I don't know, yeah. I mean, I'd be interested to see what other people think about whether you should recommend people start on Bannerlord difficulty. I didn't. I started on the default on Warband was like easy, and so it just was on easy when I first started playing it, and so I just always played on easy, and I was very resistant to switching over to Bannerlord, because I loved seeing my companion, because I had my companions on easy damage as well, and I love seeing my companions just being like heroes and mowing down heaps of dudes and shit. But now I much prefer like having it be realistic and then trying my best to get it so that, you know, I still want to be able to mow down heaps of dudes and have my companions be godlike warriors, but now I have to work much harder to get that to happen, you know, to build that up. But yeah, dwarfs have extremely tough armor, and Ironbreakers have guns and shit, so, you know, you'll be fine. Just get a heap of iron breakers and stand behind them. And that's it, your game over. Yeah, dwarf ranged units are really good. Yeah, I just had like get a bunch of gun dudes. You just develop bad habits with lower difficulties. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Explosive rounds that break everything in their path. Yeah, the iron breakers. Yeah, as dwarf, I reckon just hire for the non-noble troops, just hire a mixture of quarrelers and thunderers, or just just hire the lowly dwarfs and level them up into quarrelers and thunderers, and then for your melee, get the elite troops for your front line and just have iron breakers with shields, and they throw satchel charges and just blow the shit over everything. It's a pretty lethal combo for the mid game, early game. Oh yeah, so we've got 10,000 now. I would say that when you've gotten familiar enough with the game's base mechanics, you'll unlearn any bad habits pretty quickly when you go up in difficulty. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. You could also just, play on easy the very first time, just to get the hang of how everything works and shit. But with the knowledge that this isn't like, the proper game, and you'll start again and do a proper game after you got the hang of it or whatever, I reckon that would be also a viable way to do it. But it is like a long, the game's going for a long time, you know what I mean? You might be playing the same game for a few days or a week or two, so it's, yeah. Let's get discipline up more, getting more faith. More faith. Yeah, I think I want to get, I might try and get bulletproof, so I get 15% dash damage from handheld weapons, because getting shot sucks. Yeah, and the longer you stay as a hired sword, the higher that your wages go up. So now I'm getting paid 500 today. If I just keep letting it go, I'll just keep making more and more and more money. Be a real warrior and going with banner difficulty and load the hard way usually goes wrong. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll actually just keep going until I get 20k and go by a warrior priest. Troll raiders. One giant troll. Trying to kill him. Hard. He's just killing dudes. Bit of faith at the 172. Actually, I think it's only 15,000 to buy a warrior priest. sleepy. Alright, let's go by. So yeah, once you get past 25 days, you can talk to your lord. Go, I want to quit my service. Yes, I want to leave. Oh yeah, oh yeah, well yeah. At some point, if you're playing as your dwarf, you might want to go and talk to a lord, and just ask him, yeah, be a hired sword, just to find out what skills they can train in. I think it's probably like gunpowder, scouting, smithing. I think Ironbreaker's can do smithing as well. But yeah, I can't remember what they are. But yeah, if you want, I can tell you which ones are the best ones to do. But yeah, just be aware you have to be stuck for 20 days when you do it. But it's not a bad thing to do at the start because it just gives you a little bit of money and a bunch of skill in, you know, relevant area. What do we got? Herding 3.9. Crap. Should have two arcane scrolls and a bunch of blessed water. Oh, here we go. Emil, the priest of Sigmar. Should talk to this guy. Does he get a two-handed hammer? He sure does. Nice. Alright. So we're gonna loot all this guy's gear. He's got a worn warrior priest headband. I'm going to give him my not worn one. This is his main like battle gear that he wears in battle. Might give him a javelin. Give him a couple of javelins. And I'm going to take he's got a set of stealth gear. I'm going to take that off him because he's not going to use that. And we're going to equip ourselves with such gear. Actually, this armor's better. Alright, nice. Now we are a warrior priest of you know, appropriately geared warrior priest. And we can get a two-handed hammer as well. Give him a saddle horse. Buy him a basic bridle. What's that? So yeah, so now we've got our now we've got our companion warrior priest. There's 2 of us, and we can go around and fight smite foes together. The warrior priest will the other warrior priest will also cast prayers in battle and get his faith up, and then once his faith gets up high enough, he'll unlock more prayers. They'll be able to do stuff, do cool stuff. I'm not sure how their AI works, whether they actually intelligently select the best prayer or if they just favor one in particular. It might have changed a bit since last time I played. But yeah, you can go in here and do your own prayers, like choose which ones you want to be available and stuff if you don't want all of them to be available. But you can't see the NPC's prayers. With magic spells you can. There's a little sideways clicker up here. You can click on their spells as well. But for prayers, you can't see their prayers. They're just the thing. But anyway, I am getting very tired, so I might play some more of this tomorrow. Yeah, I might have to go and get some rest now. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Looking forward to playing our lo-fi warrior priest a bit more. And yeah, I don't know, hopefully I gave you guys a few tips for those of you who are starting new campaigns. Anthony, or anyone else who might be wanting to get into a bit of lo-fi warrior priest action or whatever. But yeah, alright, you guys have fun. I'll catch you all next time.